Union Raza Podcast. All right, welcome to the Union Raza Podcast, episode number 8, featuring Mr. Keith Welch and Raziel. Do you mind taking it from here?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Oh,
what's up, folks? I'm a little under the weather, so I can't do the intro this time. My brother got it. Keith, brother,
appreciate you guys, bro.
Salego,
compita.
bro, you're too close, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. How's it going, Racita? How's everybody out there? It's Friday, man. Happy Friday. Salucita. I want to say a shout out to all the Raza listening. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my wifey that she might be logged in. If not, it's all good. I want to welcome Keith. Keith over here, my brother. Tell me who you are, who you with, who you represent.
So my name is Keith Welch. I appreciate you guys offering me to come out here and be on the podcast. This is pretty rad. It's something totally new for me. I do well with in large groups speaking, but it's still like kind of shy to me, you know what I mean? So I appreciate this. It'll kind of teach me how to do some shit, you know what I mean? My name's Keith Welch, though. I'm the business agent for Local 669, District 25. So I cover all the fire sprinkler fitters out in Las Vegas, also Nye County, Clark County, and Lincoln County. So I cover all the way down into Arizona, the Utah side, and then all the way up to Idaho. So all the whole eastern side of Nevada. So that's what I do for a living, man. It's pretty crazy to think, you know, where I came from to where I'm at now. You know, I was elected as a business agent in July 1st of 2023, and here I sit today. It's pretty wild.
So you're on your 2 years and a few months. Before you joined the union, where'd you grow up, or where?
So I was born in California, and then my dad was part of the union, Local 12, and he had got a job at the test site in Tonopah. So
operating engineers, huh?
Operating engineers,
Okay.
Local 12, baby. So we moved to Tonopah for a little bit, and then next thing you know, we're living in Las Vegas, and I've been raised ever since out here. I used to, you know, go to California in the summertime to see my family. That's where all the family lives at, and but I was raised in Vegas, on the east side of Las Vegas, my whole life. Charleston and Nellis, Charleston and Hollywood.
On the east side, yeah.
East side, yeah. So before it was as rough as it is now, you know what I mean?
We grew up right there, storing lamps, so we were neighbors. Yeah. It's it wasn't that rough. Well, who knows?
Now it's pretty rough over there, man. But
shout out to the east side.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So Rob, what do we got over there? How many? We got some. There's some shout outs yet or not yet?
I got one here. It says Raza from Boston, Local 609. That's from Rafael Lugo 46.
Shout out to you.
Right on, brother. Right on.
Right on.
It looks like we got some shade right here in the comments too. It says none of y'all MFs let me in y'all union. Been trying to join for almost 3 years. That's coming from El Güero Peo.
Okay.
Right on, man.
Well, hey.
Right on. Well, keep reaching out, man. You know, when it picks up, we always hire. We're a direct hire union. You know, we don't do the hiring slate and do interviews. You know, if there's contractors in your area, I'm not sure where you're from, bro, but fill out, get on our website, Local 669, and find a contractor in your area and get an application in, bro. Honestly.
There it is. That's how.
There it is. Keep on knocking the door. You keep on knocking, that will open.
Yeah, we're a direct hire, so I feel for you, though. It was tough to get in, but I'll tell you right now, man, once I did get in, dude, it changed my life. So I wish you the best, brother.
So when you decided to go with the sprinklers, knowing that your dad was an operator, how did that even happen?
Bro, wild story, bro. So mind you, I was in the penitentiary. I was in they call them restitution centers. After you do 2 years in the penitentiary, they try to rehabilitate you a little bit. So they put me in a restitution center, and I was doing wildlife firefighting incarcerated. And whenever I went in to see the counselor, they call them a counselor, right? They're the ones that are going to help you find a job and all this stuff. And she had seen Desert Fire Protection was hiring. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I didn't even know it was union, right? No idea. So I went down to 1919 Industrial Way, bro. And I went down there, put an application in, and that's when it was booming. It was 2008. You know, Fontainebleau City Center was going on. Cosmo, it was booming out here. And so they took me in, man. And dude, bro, once the rubber hit the road, I just kept going. You know what I mean? I had no way of looking back. I never wanted to go where I was from. So I got in the trade and stuck with it.
This was it.
You mentioned being incarcerated for 2 years. How was that like? I mean, is it like we see in the movies? And
It's just it's the same ball game as it is out here, man. It's the same political game. You know what I mean? Get in where you fit in and do the next right thing, bro. Stay in your lane.
stay clean and stay.
Yeah.
So you were fighting fires? Like,
Yeah, like wildland. So when you go to, I was at High Desert. I was at High Desert State Prison, which is out here. It's a maximum yard. So you go there first, right? You'll do your little 30-day in the fish tank, and then you go to the yard, and eventually, if your charges aren't too crazy dramatic, they'll send you to a lower minimum custody yard, right? Which I went to Pioche, Nevada, and up there it's a conservation camp pretty much, and all the convicts are in there. But yeah, they send you out and you get on a wildland fire crew, and pretty crazy, dude. Next thing you know, when I was up there, I was accelerating, you know what I mean? Mind you, I was sober by then. You know, I was doing the 12 steps Alcoholics Anonymous in prison, and my life started accelerating, even in prison. And I got on a fire crew, 4704. I'll never forget the name. And I became the bin man. So as the bin man in that fire crew, you actually run a 12-man prison crew with your crew boss. That's an actual normal person, right? And yeah, so I just started accelerating in life, and I fought fires. We fought fires all through California and northern Nevada. We actually fought fires in Mount Potosi, flew in helicopters, all kinds of crazy shit, even incarcerated. But, doing that, mind you, before all that, I was a street criminal. Like, I didn't know anything about, like, actually having a job or paying my own bills or, like, waking up on time or none of that. So, once I got that job, I realized, like, I got to shave my face every day. I got to show up on time. I got to be a responsible person, even in prison, right? So that's where it all kind of like played a role for me. I was 20 years old, so by the I turned 21 in there, 22 and 23 in there, and it all played a big role to where I'm at now, is doing the things that I did in there, getting sober, doing the 12 steps, getting God in my life. It all stemmed from that. But yeah, fighting fires, man. Whenever fighting fires, even being incarcerated, being a convict, dude, it brought a joy to me, man. We were fighting a fire in Battlefield, California. And dude, all these kids, these elementary kids, mind you, their town's on fire, bro, like on fire. All these elementary kids came down, bro, and they gave us all handmade letters, like thank us. It fucked me up, dude, but it was cool. It was like even being incarcerated, like these kids had no idea that we were criminals, right? They were happy. They were happy that we were, helping their fucking land. You know what I mean?
You guys were heroes.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. And
criminals to heroes,
right? I mean, some of them stay in there, and some come out. And they always say, the lights are on. But I'm real fortunate that I got into that program and I got on that crew, and I had a cool crew boss, and I got sober, and I realized what sobriety was about, like doing the next right thing, and otherwise in honesty and all that shit, dude. Otherwise, I know for sure I'd be the next guy right in there, right? Like I'd still have the same back number, 89297. That's what I was known as, you know what I mean? And I'd still know that that's what I'd be known as.
Yeah, you rose up. You took those lessons, and it made you better, So
yeah,
that's amazing.
What's up, Rob?
I got some shout outs right here. Let's see. Let me go through. Raul Hernandez, 0417, New York Local 187.
East Coast in the house.
yep.
And Hellfire XX, Califas 951. And then looks like Sholo 187. Saludos Carnales.
Shout out
Josh
to Edward.
Beasley 725. Salute Keith.
Right on, Joshy.
So you talk the 12-step program. There's still programs in the penitentiary where there's still Alcoholics Anonymous and programs to fight fires and like all these programs that you went through when you were 20 years old. That there's still, because I always hear that when you go to jail, you get in for some kind of criminal and you come out being a master on it with a master's degree. You come and you tell me, hey, bro, I got into the 12 program, higher power. I came out with a job, clean cut, and a purpose of my life. How did you decide to take that path?
Bro, so even crazier story, bro. So this is wild how it all works out, right? So I go to that minimum custody yard, and there's C wings. There's A wing, B wing, C wing. Well, the new guys go to C wing. Like, you're locked down. You're only allowed on T days, which is Tuesday and Thursday. You can get out of your wing if you go to chapel or AA or NA or GA.
Okay.
And my bunkie was like, hey, country, come on, let's go down to the chapel and go to the AA. I'm like, what the fuck? You're tripping, right? And I was like, he's like, no, we can get out of the wing. I'm like, bet, let's roll. I went.
So that was the motivation.
Yeah, bro. And
yeah.
I was like, bet, let's get out of here, man. So I went down to the chapel. And mind you, it's a chapel. I wasn't born, religious or none of that. I really never even been to church, right? I went to church one time with my neighbor because he was Mormon, and that's how I could see him on a Sunday, right? And I went down to that chapel, and it was like, bro, did I just walk into a cult? the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Everyone's like chanting and holding hands and doing some weird shit. And next thing you know, they brainwash my ass, and here I am. You know what I mean?
They got you.
You're in that cult.
They got me, bro. But yeah, no, the programs, there's so many programs in there to utilize, man. And the thing with it is you just got to be willing to do it, right? Like, you got to see your part. Like, if you want to change, they give you so many programs to change in there, man. Like, I got my GED in there. I got my diploma in there. I mean, I fought fires. I got in a program. And in that chapel, in that program, bro, what happened is there would be guys on the normal streets that would come in and share their experience, strength, and hope, dude. And the dude that saved my life, he had got out of prison, right? And then came back. And that dude took me through the steps of Alcoholics Anonymous when he came back to prison. So in my eyes, that motherfucker came back to save my life, dude. Whatever he did to violate parole, I'm glad it happened, because I don't think I would have had a chance if he didn't make it, because he was a gangster, bro. 6'4", tall, white dude, all tatted back. I'll mention him right now. His name's Steve. But that dude saved my life, man. He used to kick my rack like, "Hey, country, get up. You're signed up for the GED." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, I didn't sign up for it." He's like, "No, you're signed up. I signed you up."
Yeah.
Like, he would make me do that shit, you know what I mean? And I needed that as a youngster, bro. Like, of course, you know, we'd be on the yard. We'd be playing softball and working out at the gym and all that cool shit, right? But he was like, "No, man, you're going to change your fucking life, dude." Like, it changed my life, because he was sober, but he violated parole sober and came back to prison sober. So, you know what I mean? He was like, "No, you got to change."
He was like your first sponsor.
Yep. It's crazy, dude. But they have so many programs in there. Like, honestly, so many programs. It's just up to
it takes them to step up and
because honestly, they go in there and they think that shit's a vacation, bro. Like, they don't have, you know, it's 3 hots and a cot. Someone's doing your laundry, bro. It's crazy the way some of them fucking people think.
The mentalities.
Dude. Yeah. They think it's a vacation, bro. And then they come out to the real world and they're like, "Oh, well, let's go back." Fuck
yeah, they can't handle it.
Yeah. So it's different.
Yeah, they become addicted to the system. You know, everything's maybe taken care of, or who knows. I always say that if the price to pay is freedom, I don't want fucking anything to do with it.
Yeah,
that's you know, that's been my mentality. I knew that fucking line. You know, I would hang out with the homies. They're like, "Yo, let's blah blah blah," and I'd be like, yeah, that's the line I'm not crossing, because
curfew.
You know,
gotta go.
Yeah, it's curfew. Yeah, I understand, man. To get in a fucking DUI and, you know, 48 hours of I think, you know, just playing a sip to eat. But when it comes to, you're gonna get 6 to, I'm like, what? I'm gonna get what possibility? No. But again, I was lucky enough to understand that at a very young age.
That way you'll learn.
But now moving forward, when you started in your union, when you actually started in the field, how was that transition like? Just going. You were an apprentice first, or you were a journeyman when you came in?
No, so I came in as a direct hire, which means, you know, the contractor hired me. They brought me into the union, and I was a Class 1 apprentice. Brand new. I knew nothing, bro. I'd never been on a job site in my life, right? So we do the safety orientation. I'm like, oh, watching this video. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is cool, right? First thing I do, I go on a job site, and they're like, you know, be careful going under, don't walk under scaffolding. The first thing my fucking superintendent does comes and gets me off the bus. He walks under the scaffolding, bro, and then we walk back. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? You know, I didn't know nothing about construction. I know tools, you know what I mean, but I don't know nothing about you know, channel locks, or channel locks are easy, but a tape measure, bro. I learned everything from these dudes. My journeyman taught me everything. There would be apprentices that would teach me everything, but I didn't know a lick of construction at all, bro. Steve Schmall, the dude that hired me,
and you're about 23 years old at this time?
Yeah, I was 23. Okay. That dude hired me, and he was like, I told him, you know, I was sunburnt, so I was working. I had a job at a car wash at that restitution center. I was sunburned, bro. So you can imagine this dude comes in bright ass red, you know, and he's like, well, do you got an ID? And I'm like, I didn't have an ID. I only had my prison ID. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And, he's like,
what I got, bro?
Bro, and he was like, you know, it was like, and then we sat there in the interview for like 30, 45 minutes just talking about, well, we're, you know, shooting this shit like we are. And he was like, well, can you go to school and work? And I'm like, I've never done it. I'll give it hell, you know what I mean? And, you know, because in our program, in our apprenticeship, you know, you have to go to class 5 hours on a Saturday, right? You have to get a minimum of 40 hours a year. So we have 12 classes. That means the apprentice can miss 4 classes a year, right? So you have to go to school. Plus, you have to do 12 lessons every quarter, or every month, every quarter. Yeah, every quarter you have to do 12 lessons to to graduate to the next level, right? And all of this was all online. Whenever we were not even online, my bad. It was in books when I was doing it on Scantrons, and now it's all online for you to do the classes. So you would be, when City Center was going, we were working 12-hour days, bro, and then we'd miss a Saturday for work to do class. So he knew, like, you got to go to class and work. You can't this isn't just about working. You know what I mean? Like, are you able to do it? I'm like, fuck, I never tried it. You know what I mean? I gave it hell, and I journeyed out, and I was an apprentice with Desert. My whole career, I lasted with Desert Fire. I never got laid off the whole time. I went from being an apprentice to a foreman right away. And
how long did that take?
So our apprenticeship program's 5 years. 5 years. Yeah, 5 years, and our apprenticeship program is totally different than anyone else's, dude. It's a United States apprenticeship
that's a law school right there, right? 5 years.
Well, I think I think that's mainly all of them.
Is that standard?
Yeah,
I thought it was like 3 to 4.
Yeah, they do have smaller ones, right? But ours is definitely 5 years, man, and it was the best 5 years of my life, dude. I met friends, I met brothers. I mean, that's how I got here, right? Is I was an apprentice, and I hung out. I did the things that we do. I worked hard, you know what I mean? And I created a brotherhood that I never had before, bro. I mean, like the gangs that I was hanging out with when I was a kid, that's all the skateboard crews, the bike crews, the graffiti crews, that's all I wanted to be part of, is something, right? And I found that in my local, and I never knew that was possible, bro, until they invited me in, you know what I mean?
Change a negative to a positive, you find a new squad.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. And I never, who would have ever told me 19 years ago, when I was in handcuffs for 18 fucking hours, that your life could be changed, bro. I promise you'll be living life beyond your wildest dreams, dude. I would have told you you're a fucking liar. I'll be dead by then, you know what I mean? And here I am. It's crazy.
And so you were in the field before you got voted or elected as a business agent. How long were you actually in the field for?
So I got in 2008, and then I was elected in 2023.
23. Oh, you did mention that.
Yeah. So
it was a good shit.
15 years. 15 years in the field. Yep. So 10 years as a journeyman, and then 5 years as an apprentice. So.
And do you miss the field,
bro? Like no other, man. No other, man. I miss the camaraderie. I missed mingling with people. Like, bro, I can't even be at home all day, bro. I gotta get out. I gotta go see the guys on the job. I gotta go hit the contractors. I gotta do something to be able to mingle with these guys and feel part of, you know what I mean? There's other guys, like when you're in the office, you're just doing office stuff, bro. And me, I'm still young at this, bro. So, I do miss the field. I still answer the calls when people call me, like wondering how to change a valve or how to, set a dry valve. I'll call and, I'll have them FaceTime me. This is how you do it. I'll set them up, and we'll talk through it. But yeah, I miss it like no other, man. No other, bro.
And within that time, did you ever teach? Did you ever go back to school? And
no, we have a proctor, right? And that's his main job. He works for the JATC, and now that I'm the agent, I'm there every time they have class. So I show up and I shoot the shit, and I make sure that we get hands on in the class, and I hang out and I do hands on with the guys and help them out, let them know like I'm no different than you, bro. Just because I'm an elected official, I'm your business agent, so on. Like I'm your business agent. No, I'm a member. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Because who knows what could happen tomorrow? I could be right back in the field. Say some wild shit, I'll sock you in the mouth. You know what I mean? you never know what'll happen. You know what I mean? Honestly, you never know what'll happen.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Where my boots at?
Yeah.
Back to the field. So what is field work like for you guys? Like when you guys get to a job site, what do you guys do?
So all fire protection, anything we do CPVC, which is the orange pipe in houses and in some of the dual dwelling homes or these apartment complexes. Not a lot of contractors do it, but we have a contractor out here that does all the big mansions, and that's all CPVC. It's orange pipe, and then mainly we do steel. So anything steel that does with fire protection, all the way from the FDC where the fire department hooks up, all the way to the valve, all the way to the underground. Any of these sprinkler heads in here, anything we do it. Testing, maintenance, any repairs, full contract construction. Like we did MSG, we've done Fontainebleau, City Center, all the big projects.
And a big project, like let's say like a stadium, I know you mentioned there's about 300 and some active members. Does it going to require all 300? Are you guys shorthanded, or is it only going to take about 100? Or how does a big job like that take?
So it's pretty wild for us, bro. So we're the low man on the totem pole. You'll find like 15, 20 plumbers, bro, and you'll see 2 of us.
Huh. Oh, wow. Yeah. For a project that big?
That project will probably have, I'll say at most 20 guys at
20
peak.
Guys?
20 guys at peak. So like even, Fontainebleau is a pretty wild one. There was about 125 of us on that job. But that's a
like
large
rare?
crew. No, that's a huge crew, of guys. But some of these warehouses that we're doing, they're putting about 100. Arizona's booming out there, so they got like 100 guys. They're working days and nights out there. But usually us, bro, you can walk on a job and we're fly by night, dude. We're in and out. You know what I mean? You don't even see us. That's why most
ninjas.
people, they don't even notice. Like, honestly, you can ask anyone. I'm sure he didn't even know what a sprinkler fitter was. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. Like, it's crazy. I didn't know the sprinkler fitter was a trade, and I've been union raised my whole life. My dad's local 12. My mom's a culinary. You know what I mean? I had no idea, bro, until I got in.
Mm-hmm. So, you should just say your mom is still active.
Yeah.
No?
So my mom retired 2 years ago, and she's still pushing tables, man, at Treasure Island. She's been there since the day it opened, dude.
Well, shout out to Culinary 226.
226, man.
Yeah, her mom. My mom actually, his grandma actually retired from 226 as well. My dad from the Laborers, Local 872. So we kind of grew up too in the movement, in the union, in the halls, and just fucking around. And here we are, man.
Yeah, I would have never thought, man. Not a wildest day in my dream. Like, I knew that my dad was union because we had cool shit. We had our own 3-wheelers at my dad's house, dune buggies, and that was just. I just thought we were. My dad just wanted to make sure we had fun, right? But you ain't doing that working at Walmart. You know what I mean? You ain't doing that working at 7-Eleven. I don't have nice teeth because my family's not in the union. You know what I mean? Like, we had great healthcare our whole life. You know what I mean? And that's only because the unions.
Yeah, I've seen the difference, and I shared this before. I've seen the difference when my dad was working. He was working underground on a non-union job, and then when he became union, I just seen how our life changed. All of a sudden, we went from a 2-room apartment to a 3-room home. We moved to the east side. Just the quality of life overall, dentists, health, just better food at the house, and it's there you go. The money was coming in, and then he was working all those hours back then. He really built Vegas, and I remember seeing those fat shacks. So yeah, man, it's the unions have provided for a lot of families, man, and now there's generations over it. So
same thing on my dad's CWA, and I was just going to meet him and my brother, and he took care of us through CWA back in LA. Shout out to them, my pops.
Shout out to the Community Workers of America.
That's us.
That's us right there. Alec, what do you got for Keith?
We spoke a little bit about you were becoming a business agent, and when you were running. So how? You said a lot of members wanted you to run. Can you kind of explain the process of that?
Yeah, man. So, the only reason I did run was the agent that had the position, he was going to retire, right? So if he wasn't going to retire, there would be no reason, right? Like, let the guy, if he's doing a good job, which Ron was a great business agent, but he was going to retire, and some of the members said, bro, why don't you run for it? I'm like, man, I don't know. I kind of got it made here. I'm in a service truck. I can pretty much, I had it made. You know what I mean? And the members like, no, man, you're the right fit for the job, Keith. Like, you're the right fit. And I'm like, I don't even know what the job entails, bro. Like, how am I the right guy when I don't even know what the job entails?
What it is.
And so I hit up Ron, the business agent at the time, and I went to dinner, with him, and I kind of just asked, like, what's the job entail, and he explained to me. We went to dinner, and I was like, well, I mean, maybe I am the right guy. I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? And not only that, but when the members were saying you're the right guy, dude, I was like, well, if the members want me to run as agent and want me to be their agent, like, I can't let these guys down. Like, I can't let my brothers down. You know what I mean? So, I did my campaign letter, bro, and all that shit's monumental. Like, core memories, bro. I don't have the best memory, bro, but I have core memories of 2.5 years ago doing all this shit.
This is during COVID too,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah, it was, and I was. No, not during COVID. It was 2023. Yeah. So
okay,
but it was like you have to do all your own election letters. You have to mail all that shit out. You have to lick your own stamps. All that shit, bro. Those are like core memories for me. You know what I mean? And it was definitely. It was fearful, right? And fears for me is fuck everything and run. Like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do it. But this time I accomplished some shit, and I ran, and the members elected me. They and I'm so grateful for these guys, bro. Like, my brothers don't understand, like. This job entails so much of my family. Like, I never had to travel a day in my life. Like, I was a local boy, right? Like, I lived in town. I'd never had to travel. And this job entails a lot of traveling, bro, and a lot of, I wouldn't say people pleasing, but you got to be on the right terms with the right people at the right time, right? To make sure that everything stays at an even plane. Otherwise, you're going to have ups and downs and people hating on you and contractors fighting with you. And that's the last thing you want in your district is for the contractors that be against you because they know that you work for the members, right?
Right.
And you want to make sure they're taking care of the members.
Sounds like Keith was still politicking over there.
It's a little different, yeah. So you know, taking this job on, and you know, I got a 5-year-old and an 11-year-old and a beautiful wife, and you know, I got a custom car, and we got you know, we like to do things, camping and all that, and then you know, taking this job on, you don't get to take a Friday off, you don't get to take a Monday off, you don't get to do that stuff, right? You can figure out how to eventually do that, and I'm getting there, but you know, taking, you know, traveling all the time, being away from my family for weeks at a time and all that, like that's totally new to me, totally new to my whole structure. So when I took the job, you know, I started doing that, and it was a little rough for the first year. You know, it was hard on my family, and eventually, you know, thankfully, you know, when I became agent, I met Vince Saavedra and Daniel Lincoln and all the other managers and all that, bro. And I'll be honest, man, this side of the playing field with those guys, having your back and walking you through that shit, it's just a whole different brotherhood. You know what I mean? And
You guys back up each other up.
yeah. So and the cool part about it is, you know, the rank and file membership, you know, with building trades out here. I know the building trades is doing big things in Las Vegas with Vince and all that, doing the softball and the bowling and the boxing and all that.
You got the recovery night as well.
Recovery night
coming up.
You know, and I think that, you know, being in this position and being such a big part of building trades, letting the rank and file know, like, that we're all part of the same, we're all going after the same labor movement. It's not 669, it's not 525, it's not 872, it's not 631, it's all of us. We want
guys are
all
all
the
together.
work. Yeah. And with building trades, I think in Vegas, you know, with they're letting everyone know, like, it's a one piece game here. Like, we're all, it's about all of us. It's not about one local. It's about all the locals together. So it's definitely different having this position. Yeah. So,
you know, before we were talking about mental health, I was sharing with you how I lost my cousin, and you shared to me that you lost your brother to mental health through you know, substance. And I know you guys are doing everything to pass the members. I know there's hotlines. I know a lot of stuff that you can print with us. You know, it comes with mental health. It comes about there's help out there. Talk to me a little bit about that, bro, because I know you're a pioneer on this, and I know you want to get that message and delivered. And I think you are, but I think you're doing a hell of a job.
yeah, man, I appreciate that, bro. And you know, that wasn't even my intentions when it all went down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, staying sober. I'm just trying to do the next right thing, right? And it all worked out. It all just kind of it all does its own thing, right? And we were just a part of it. And when building trades, whenever me and Daniel Lincoln, we were talking, we're both in AA, right? And we were talking about building trades and all this and recovery and what can we do for the membership, because they don't know. Like, we have employee assistance programs, right? Rank and file, which is members, right? They don't even know that they're called rank and file. I'll be honest. I didn't know what that meant until I became agent. So members alone, union members alone, don't even know that they have programs that the contractor pays because it's in our health and welfare benefits to utilize for mental health and substance abuse, right? And honestly, bro, I didn't know that until I became agent. And when I found that out as agent, I'm like, the membership needs to know this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just my membership. Nobody's members knew about this, right? And we kind of just, dude, honestly, it all just kind of fell together. We told Vince, you know, let's do a recovery night. And Vince, building trades was all about it, bro. And we brought Darren Waller and Max Crosby out. And I'm forever grateful that building trades figured out some funding and made that happen, bro. And from that point on, it just kind of collaborated. You know what I mean? Like, we created a recovery committee in the building trades. So it's two members or business agent. It's two members of each local in that recovery committee. And what they do is what we do is we meet up quarterly, and we talk about, you know, job safety stand downs. So what we'll do is we'll go out to these job sites and we'll talk about mental health and substance abuse, right? We'll tell them the logistics of it. Like, we're fucking dying every day over this shit. We're not dying on the jobs. We're killing ourselves.
Question, what's that impact like when you go there and you talk to these guys at the site? What's the reception like when you guys talk about that topic?
Dude, it is unreal, man. Like, it gets silent. You'll see some tears. You know, you'll see some real man with some tears. And I was not the last one, but the last one, a member came up, and it was a carpenter. And that day they brought him to a rehab. They drove that dude to a fucking rehab. So it's a big deal, man. And you guys print our banners. Like we go to these job sites and we got badass bumper stickers. I should have brought some. They were in my truck. We just brought them in my truck. But we got these badass bumper stickers, and they have a QR code on it. And that QR code, if the members scan it from any building trades right out here, any union scans that QR code, it's top secret, bro. It literally brings you to a website. You click on your union, bro, and it tells you all of your programs that are free, that are already being paid for. Click on that shit. No one knows. Get
That's
some help.
awesome.
Just for help.
Get some help, dude. And no, but it literally just kind of collaborated all by itself. Like there was nobody. We just all kind of got together, and then it just kind of came together, bro. Like we made the committee, and it just works itself out. Like we all design our own stickers. We have a sticker committee, like in the recovery committee. So we all collaborate what we want to do, and then how we're gonna fund it, and then we just do it, dude. And honestly, man, it just blossoms, man. We created, Sober in the Trades. We have our own meeting, 5:30 at District Council 16, 5701 at the Union Hall. And then 525 has one every Sunday at 11:30. It's called the Blueprint of Alcoholics Anonymous. So they have a meeting at their hall too. And then IBEW just now created like a recovery. It's not AA based. It's not NA based. It's not GA based. It's not based off of anything yet, but they created their own recovery group, and they meet up monthly at IBEW. So, I mean, the cool thing is that these members are understanding like that there's a way out, right? You don't have to go home and be in pain and pop a pill, you know what I mean? Or you don't have to go home and be depressed and drink it all away, bro.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
And like the substance, like I always say, the substance is just the how can I explain it? Like it could be
It's
alcohol.
not the problem.
Yeah.
You're the fucking problem.
Yeah,
Alcohol ain't the fucking problem.
It could be video
It could
games.
be alcohol, video game, gambling, sex, food. I mean, it's just trying to get away of some way or another of sometimes the reality or not face certain things.
It's the
and
cover
that
up.
12-step program, man. It's they called it the miracle of the 20th century. With Bill W. And Dr. Bob came out, and they just got together, and then the literature itself, the whole thing, the
boy.
blue book,
Blue
bro.
book.
It's powerful. I took it for I was in the program for about 7 years, from 20 to 27. I wasn't even old enough to have a fucking beer, but it made me who I am. It made me a great dad, a leader, a better husband, a better
faith-based.
human. How to socialize, how to talk in public. I mean, it gives you so much, not than just we call it a close
Plug in the jug. Plug in the jug.
And whatever you seek, it's there, And I either see members that they've been there forever and they use it as a social hall, but hey, they're not in the streets. So, and it's badass what you guys are doing.
There's something that I appreciate about those groups, because I've attended them as well. And it's like, you think what you've gone through is like the worst, of course, right? Because it's your perception of your reality. But then you go to these meetings and you hear other people share their stories, and you're like, damn, I don't even have it that bad.
What am I bitching about, right? Yeah.
Like that happens every time.
Yeah, man. There's guys, I know a dude that's got 23 years sober, bro. He has the wildest story. He was a hobo, man. Literally trained to train, dude. A hobo his whole fucking life, dude. And he fucked around and walked into an AA meeting all fucked up because he wanted some warm coffee and he was freezing his ass off, and they fucking brainwashed him. Now he's sober 23 years. He owns his own company and all kinds of shit, man. It's crazy, dude.
Badass story.
Yeah, dude.
So all the members out there, man, reach out. Your locals got you. There's that's what union's about, man. That's really what it is.
We literally that's what we claim, right? Wages and benefits, right? It is a fucking benefit. Use that shit, dude. Use it. We pay for it. You're paying for it out of your wages. I mean, not out of your wages, but you're paying out of your check. Like, use that shit.
It's for them. I like your guys' tagline, the no shame, no stigma, only solidarity.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So that came up with our first recovery night. That's our very first recovery night. Whenever we had to come up with, some banners and shit, we came up with that. And I think it's pretty solid. It worked out, right? I mean, I think it's cool. Let the members know that it's like union based, right? Like the solidarity part, kind of like, oh shit, that's a union slogan, right? Let's see what that's about. And these banners, when we put them on job sites, the QR code's like a foot,
It's huge.
Yeah, it's like 2 foot,
Exposure,
yeah. And what are they, 4x8s? I think we're making 4x8s.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think they're 4x8s or something. So
I think this one
on the
is
job
4x8,
site. Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
Couple shout outs here coming on the Facebook Live. We have Ray, Carpenters Local Union 59 from Washington. What's up, Ray? Hiram just dropped one that says, great podcast. I'm sure this info is going to be helpful for a lot of people. Hiram, hope you're feeling better, bud. And then also, Tio Vladis.
Vladdy.
Respect
Vlad?
to this man because business agent is a tough job.
Right on, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that's the thing too, is like the business agent's like it's an unrecognized position, right? Like people don't really see behind the scenes. I don't have a fucking GoPro on me all day long showing you what I'm doing, right?
Yeah,
so the members think I'm just out whining and dining people, or fucking eating donuts all day, or sitting in the office all day. It's a unrecognized position, bro.
You guys do get a lot of shit from the members because you're not in the field.
Bro. Yeah, we do, man. But I mean, honestly, dude, as young as I am, right, and as healthy as I am, I stay very active. Like tomorrow, Las Vegas Fire Department reached out. It's Fire Prevention Month, right? This month is Fire Prevention Month. So Rick Raza out of Las Vegas Fire Department, shout out. He hit me up and he wants to. We have a burn trailer. 669 has a burn trailer. So what it is it's a trailer. It's got a 150-gallon water tank in it, jockey pump, sprinkler system in it. So what we'll do is we'll light a curtain on fire, and the kids can sit inside this trailer, right? And there's a plexiglass window so they can see this fire go up. They can feel the heat, bro. And then a sprinkler head will put the fire out. So it teaches them about fire safety. Like, they're not just toys. Like, they actually work, and this is how it works. And this is why we don't play with fire, right? So tomorrow I have an event. I'll be there at 8 o'clock in the morning on Lake Mead in Cimarron. We'll be from 8 to 11. Come out if you're from Vegas, man. Come out. It's pancakes with the fire department. Come get some free breakfast. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, we do a lot. I mean, I do a lot. I try to do as much as I can for every member. There's other stuff, that I still learn on, like the JATC, which is our school, our health and welfare, which is NASI. There's a lot of stuff being 2 years in, dude, that there's no way you can learn it all in fucking 2 years, bro. Mm-hmm. There's no way.
What do you like best of the job, and what do you hate about the job?
I'll be honest, man, the traveling thing's not the business for me. I do it well. I mingle well. I hang out a lot, and we do a lot of seminars. And the cool part about traveling, though, is we go to these seminars, and they teach us like about our health and welfare, and they tell us how we're doing and all that, and they give us updates on the JATC, which is our school. But I'll tell you right now, the traveling thing is still, I wouldn't say hate's a strong ass word. It's still, like packing up my shit. You know what I mean?
Leaving your family.
And we go to nice places, right? Like we were just in South Carolina. It's a beautiful, South Carolina is beautiful. You've never been there, check it out, man. And, but I'm not with my family, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even take pictures when I'm gone, dude, because it's like, it's just hard for me. I don't want to create a core memory without my kids and my wife, you know?
I'll be taking a selfie. Look, what you guys you could be here, quick.
Hey, I got a big shout out right here.
Yeah, man.
We got Vince coming in, Vince Savidra on the Facebook.
Oh,
yeah,
Vince.
love that dude. Solid ass brother. What's up, Vince?
What up, homie? I appreciate you, brother. This shit's wild, dude.
So we got Benz coming up in the next couple of weeks, so he'll be coming up to the podcast. Shout out to Benz, man, doing some great ass things over
You
there.
are, homie. Vince, you do a lot, bro. Well, we appreciate you, man. Your shit's unrecognized, so I'll recognize you out here, homie. I appreciate you.
Love Benz, man.
But like the best things I like, man, is I can show you a text message I got last 2 nights ago from one of the members, man. He got laid off, and I got him a job, dude. I made some calls, and the thing with our local bros, you can travel, right? You can travel anywhere you want. No travel card. You just say, hey, I want to hit the road. If you're a journeyman, we'll just if there's work in Arizona, cool. Yeah, just jump on the road, get hired with the contractor. So we had some guys get laid off, and the kid reached out to me and said, hey, man, I'm laid off, and they're all stand up dudes right now. It's just super slow in town, right? And he hit me up, and I called an agent out of Reno, out of California, Reno area. And I said, hey, I just want to let you know I got some guys getting laid off. If you got some spots open, and maybe an hour later, he's like, dude, I just got a spot open, 712s in Winnemucca, Nevada. You got one? And I hit up, the Cub or the Journeyman, and dude, he hit the road, and he texted me that same night, bro. Like, I really appreciate you. Like, I wasn't even laid off fucking 12 hours, and you already got me a job.
Wow.
That's the shit that.
That's the rewarding part of the
Yeah,
job.
bro. It fucks me up, tears me up a little bit, because that's the shit that keeps it going, right? Like the unrecognized shit, like just a simple text like that thanking me is like, bro, I don't even need that, but you don't know how fucking good that made me feel. You know what I mean? So
I would have been like, can it be 612s, not 712s?
I mean, listen, when you're on the road and you're away from your family, you're like, fuck, I'll work whatever, bro. Like, I don't want to be in the hotel room. I'd rather be making money. You know what I mean? And dude, he was super excited. He just bought a new truck, bought a house, like, and then got laid off, and then to be able to hit the road and
continue to work.
Yeah, and you know, it's probably gonna be a little struggle for him too, because he never had to travel either. You know, he's got a girlfriend and a house and brand new truck, so it'll be a little rough for him too, probably. You know, it might not be. Some people adjust differently. I mean, I can't say for everybody, but for me, traveling, that shit was wild, dude. Like getting on an airplane by myself, booking my own flight, booking my own hotel. I didn't know how to do none of that. My wife did all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was wild, bro. Yeah.
It is funny shit, dude. Go ahead, Rob.
Let's see. I got Clay A Beats, local 714. And then I got another one here, Johnny Rojas 2828. Wished all unions were like that. Well, hey, okay. Back
Nice.
to you.
Yeah, man. Not everyone can be as dope as 669. You know what I mean? But hey, one day maybe.
So, how often do you guys open the books or apprenticeship programs, or how does that work? If let's say my 24-year-old wants to join, what's the best way of?
Bro, it's as simple as putting an application, dude, at the contractor, right? So, it's called direct hiring. So if you go to the contractor, you go to any of the contractors out here that are union, put an application and you get an interview, they hire you, bro. It's that day, right? You do the drug test, do the physical. As long as the drug test comes back, the physical's good, we'll get your paperwork going. You're right to work, dude.
So go through the contractor, not the local, not the union.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing, right? The contractor is gonna see you, right? I can see you all I want, bro, but I'm not the one hiring you, right? Like 669 is not the one hiring you. It's gonna be the contractor that hires you. So that's the thing, is show up with your boots on, show up with the orange shirt on, show up with some fucking
ready to work
pants on, you know what I mean? And show them you're ready to work, bro. And honestly, like I said, bro, I was walking down 1919 Industrial Way, dude, and went into Desert Fire's office, bro, and I was like, the fuck am I doing in this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? And it was booming, and thankfully, you know, I took a liking to it, bro. And the cool part about sprinklers too, man, is it's very fast paced, bro. It's very fast paced. Like, they'll tell you, hurry up. They're fucking yelling at you the whole goddamn day as an apprentice, bro. But I like that shit. It motivates me. Like, hell yeah. Like, when I start sweating, it just motivates me more and more and more and more, dude. So that's what made me stick around, dude, is the motivate. Like, and bro, you get some rough ass journeymen in the sprinkler industry, bro, cussing at you, or throwing shit at you. You cut the wrong size rod measurement, them motherfuckers will throw it at you off the lift. You know what I mean? But that's what kept me going, bro. I appreciated that.
And then you become the journeyman and you get to pay all that shit back to it or something.
Dude, I was the journeyman that always had like the boom box, and we be hanging. Like, dude, it was like when Keith came on that job, they were like, this is gonna be a great fucking day. Dude. We're all fucking around now. Like, this job's gonna be done and we're out of here. You know what I mean? It was a good time, dude. And you know, all the cool part about you is being a journeyman. Like, you get cubs, you get an apprentice, right? And you get to raise that cub, right? And then you see the light turn on, you see them get the deal, and the next thing you know, they're fucking journeyman. Next thing you know, they're driving a truck, dude. And that's how all this shit works, bro. You teach them well, they're gonna make it work, bro. And then they'll teach the next guy, and then they'll teach the next guy, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the cool part.
Truly a brotherhood,
yeah, that's the cool part.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Changing the subject, man. We're gonna go. Before that, is there any more shout outs? We're good. Vegas. There's been a lot of talk that we're losing. That, you know, the tourism is down, construction is down. I even think that even some of these casinos brought their prices down to attract more people. Do you see that, or is that just bullshit on you see in social media? Or you think they're facts?
I think they're 2 years too late.
2 years too late.
I think they should have started doing something 2 years ago. You know what I mean? You can't start giving out free breakfast now.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you can't give out free parking now. You should have done that shit 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It was getting slow about 2 years ago, I'll be honest. And, you know, with the A Stadium coming up, I mean, I hopefully with the A Stadium, it'll create some more work. You know, we thought, I mean, the crazy part with me, I was elected in 2023 in July, right? That's when Fountain Blue slowed down. It was buttoning up. And then usually with sprinkler fitters, bro, when it's slow in Vegas, it's slow through the country. But the deal is right now, it's only slow in Vegas, right? Like, Reno's booming, Arizona's booming, everyone's booming, right?
Just Vegas.
Yeah, and so yeah, honestly, in my opinion, with that being how it is for me, I would say Vegas is slow. Like, literally. I don't know about tourism, man, because every time I pick up someone from the fucking airport,
it's fucking packed.
It's packed, bro. Anytime I go to the fucking airport, it's packed, bro. So I don't know about that tourism, and my mom's still pushing tables, and she's still doing great. You know what I mean? But honestly, I think that you know, they could have done something a little bit earlier, a little bit sooner, you know?
I started hearing, because I play poker, and then I'll try to go at least once or every other week. And to me, it's just more of a hobby. You know, I'll just go, I'll play a tournament. But I started listening from the people that were playing the tours. They're like, bro, I had to pay $35 for parking. I'm paying double, triple fees. I'm not even getting no comps. And I started hearing everybody kind of complaining. These people while they're playing. And I'm like, shit, man. And basically, I'm not coming back. Yeah. I'm not coming back. I'd rather go to my closest casino, whatever the ending reservation was, or whatever the case was. And I'm like, and I started hearing it a couple of years back.
That's what I mean. So, they're
so
it's my opinion. They're 2 years too late. They could have started the parking shit. You know, it's like $35, bro. Bring it down to 10. You're still gonna make money. That parking lot's paid off.
Because now they're desperate. Like now they saw the analytics. Oh damn. We got to do something.
I think they're trying to cover all that money that they lost during COVID when they all shut down and closed. I think they're trying to get all of those, all that millions and millions of dollars that their people lost, or what do you call it, the investors.
Yeah, they were shut down. I remember that. That was the crazy time. They were all boarded up.
It was like nuts, bro.
The strip, yeah.
So that shit was crazy.
So we run service trucks, right? So all those they were open to us, right, doing the work, and you would go in there, bro, and only temp lights would be on, and then like the machines, like the machines would be off, but the lights around it would be lit up, dude. It'd be dark as hell in the casino.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Yeah, and that was every casino, man. I mean, any place you went to, Cosmo was the wild. It's like you walk down the hallways and it would just be, like emergency lighting, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, and like movie. And nobody's in there. I don't know if you guys drove down the strip when COVID was happening, but that shit was crazy, dude.
You guys are just in an empty casino. All of a sudden, you hear.
I'd run. What? I'd be gone.
It almost feels like unreal, like it didn't happen. I remember going to the strip and everything fucking, just some kids riding bikes and everything dark, and I was like, dude, what the hell happened?
It was wild, bro.
The party must go on did not fucking happen, not during that time.
So I was remodeling the Virgin. It was the Hard Rock at the time, right? I was remodeling that, so it's right by the airport. COVID happened, right? They start, dwindling in, and COVID happens. Well, airplanes are flying in, right? Because we're right there at the airport. 2 weeks later, there ain't a fucking flight coming in this thing. It was crazy. You couldn't even take a break in the elevator lobby because just airplanes the whole time, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, dude, there's not an airplane flying into this thing. It was crazy. It was wild, man. COVID was definitely a trip.
They're gonna ask you about COVID. Your kids or your grandkids one day. They're gonna be
about
like,
COVID?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, how do you survive
walking
that?
The streets, some crazy. I gotta ask you, man. How did the mustache come to be?
Bro, so wild story. So No Shave November, right? So No Shave November. I could grow a pretty nice mean mustache, beard, right? And I grew a beard, and I had it for like 3 months, right? So it was pretty thick, pretty wild, and I was like, man, I'm gonna shave this shit off. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this mustache. My wife's in the bedroom, right? And I'm shaving my face. I'm like, I'm gonna keep my mustache. She's like, you better fucking not. And I was like,
I got
to. Yeah. I was like, this shit's sold, bro. So it wasn't, it was nowhere near it is now, but it was small. And she's like, you're not fucking keeping that shit. And I'm like, oh no, yeah. Like it's staying. Like this, there's no razor touching this now. And and then I had it prior to being an agent. Like a year and a half prior to being an agent, and then I had ran for being agent, and then now I have this job, right? And we're part of there's 41 actual business agents for our union, right? So we go to all these seminars, and they're like, it's a dude. He's the dude with the mustache, right? So now, my vice president actually called me like 3 weeks ago. He's like, dude, did you shave your fucking mustache off? I'm like, no. He's like, I seen a picture on Facebook, bro. I'm like, oh, no, that was my daughter's 3rd birthday, bro. he was freaked out. Yeah, no, that's how I remember that shit, dude, to this day, because people ask me, like, does your wife like him? I'm like, no, she fucking hated it. And now, it's like, fuck, did someone say they really like his mustache? Like, god damn it. Yeah.
No, but now it's you, bro.
Yeah,
you can't take that shit off.
It's
Speaking of which, it looks like Valerie is commenting. Best BA ever. Your family loves you.
That's my wife.
And she said, by the way, I still hate the mustache.
That's my wife.
Pete
Shout out to her. Shout out to your kid. You got 3, you said, right?
No, 2. I got the 5 and he just turned what did he turn? 6 and 11. Yeah.
6 and 11.
Yeah, I don't know.
I meant the 6-year-old.
Yeah. You got him a Corvette. Yeah, still got it.
Also, shout out from Pete Rodriguez. Sobres, keep up the good work. What's up, Pete?
Shout out, Pete.
What up, brother?
More
Pete.
from Ray. All right. What's up, Ray? All right. And back to you.
That's funny.
I would have never
Still
thought my
hate
wife's
it.
fucking ass was watching. That's awesome, baby. I love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's cool.
We got a few minutes left, brother. We'll give you the last word. Anything you want to say?
Just shout out to the membership and shout out to Building Trades and anyone that's, watching this video or watching this podcast, dude, that's part of the local, dude. Take advantage of your fucking union, dude. Use what you got, bro. Honestly, like this recovery thing and mental health, and I say recovery and mental health, and substance abuse, bro. Like that is the biggest thing it's overlooked. Listen, man, if you don't think you're an alcoholic, or if you see a member or a apprentice or a journeyman like doing things that they normally didn't do, like they would show up to work on time, or they would take break with you, and now they're showing up late, and now they're not taking break with you, or they're missing work, like check on those motherfuckers, bro. Stop fucking going behind their back talking shit to the foreman or talking shit to other people about them, and check on that person, dude. Like they are our brothers, they are our sisters. Do your fucking job, man. Be a brother, be a sister, man. That's the most important thing. And anyone that's struggling, we're on the podcast. Union Raza knows what's going on out here with the recovery thing. And honestly, man, your business agent works for you, right? If you're struggling, reach out to your business agent. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to your contractor. Get the fucking help you need, man. You're gonna die. Your brothers and sisters are gonna die from this shit. And for me out here, I want to send a shout out to the membership. Local 669 and District 25 to all my brothers out here, dude. It's an honor and a privilege to wear the badge of business agent, but I'll never forget where the fuck I came from.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll never forget that. And I tell guys that all the time. Like I wake up every morning and I put my fucking boots on. Today I came in with some Chuck Taylors on and I feel awkward in here. You know what I mean? Without my boots on, talking about my members. And I wake up every morning and I put those fucking boots on. I'll never forget where I came from. I'll never forget what got me where I'm at today. And that's Local 669 and my sobriety. You know what I mean? And the brotherhood here. So
yeah, it's amazing. Amazing what you guys are creating and the exposure really that you guys did. Like you guys all united, and this is for you guys. This is for the members. Fuck,
Building Trades has got our back, homie. Building Trades in Vegas is doing dope shit. So mad respect to Building Trades, dude. All the brothers out there, man, and sisters, for sure.
Well, thanks for the Building Trades, Keith. Thank you for joining the Union Raza podcast. Rob, you got something before we go?
Podcast sponsor. Special thanks to our sponsor, Artkore Print Group, proudly representing with union-made swag, supporting the trades, the culture, and the movement.
That's right.
And thank you, Keith. Thank you for passing the message, man. You're a leader, and a lot of people look up to you. I know that. I hear it when I see people from your own local, how you check them, tell them, hey, bro, respect this, that. So you're always you're there, bro, and people are listening and keep doing a good job. And anything you need, well, we're here as well. This platform is for that. Is to pass a message, to know besides the union life, to know like what to expect from you guys, what to expect from them, how to get resources, to ask for help, so all that stuff, man. And that's
this is dope, bro. This is pretty legit, man. I never thought like I was shaking up, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys like breaking my fear of this, you know what I mean? So I think it's badass. I really appreciate. And honestly, Artkore, dude, I'm gonna give a shout out to Artkore Print Shop, man. My biggest thing whenever I became agent was making sure that all our shit's union, right? And Artkore prints all of Local 669 District 25 stuff out here. So I appreciate you guys for doing that, making sure the union bug's on it, making sure it's all American made, do my shirts, all that. So I appreciate the fuck out of it. Not only that, but super respectful, dude. Any design I send, they get it designed, get it dialed in, and get it sent back with an approval, bro. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for the business support, man. Alec,
we have this little gift for you for being our guest.
What?
This is all you, bro.
Oh, can I open it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, dude, look at that, boys. What, dude? You guys know I can't let everyone know I'm bald, right? So I wear hats all day long. So I appreciate that. Nice, bro. Right, oh shit, hell yeah. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. Thanks, brother.
There it is.
There we go, boys. Union Raza with Local 669 on the side. I appreciate it, man. Union Print Shop, of course, you got it. Appreciate it.
Well, that's it.
For all the Raza out there, man, thanks for listening. This will go on air, on live on YouTube in a couple of weeks. Next week, next Friday. We'll send some links. And thanks for following, and thanks for all the support. May God bless. Que Dios los bendiga.
Later.
Special shout out to Keith Welch. And that's the Union Raza podcast, episode number 8.
Ocho.
Thank you.
Lera. Bam.
Oh, shit.
Union Raza podcast.